Have you ever dreamed of owning a pool room? Our guests Brandy and Keith are living the dream. This longtime player and veteran bartender teamed up to keep this San Diego iconic pool bar a community hotspot. Discover their passion for keeping the family atmosphere and welcoming players of all levels. We hope you enjoy.
Welcome, everyone, to the next episode of the Lucky Breaks podcast. I'm here with Brandy Pamintuan and Keith Zeek. We're at the Break Room Bar. And actually, that's one of the questions I wanted to ask you. Do you call this a pool hall, a pool club, a dive bar?
You know what? It's more of a pool bar
Okay.
where
Awesome.
everyone can kind of get together and have some drinks and play some pool.
Awesome. I know I play here a couple times a week, and we always have a lot of fun. The tables are great, newly felted. Thank you for that. And
Absolutely.
yeah. So Keith and Brandy here are the brand new owners of the Break Room, and we've brought them here to learn about them and the reasons behind this new partnership. I'd like to welcome them to introduce themselves. Brandy, why don't you start?
Well, my name is Brandy Pamintuan. I play BCA. I play APA. I've played BCA, SDPL. I play a lot of tournaments. I'm also a part of the SDWT, which is the San Diego Women's Tour. We do play a lot of tournaments out of the Break Room before this had all transpired. I've played with APA for 24 years and stems back from my grandfather used to own a pool hall, card hall. Yes, I
Amazing.
do play poker.
Nice.
But when it comes to the table, I was a little too young. I just kind of took to it. Grew up with two older brothers and just any kind of competition that I grew up with. So I know competition.
Yeah. Well, I know I've known you for a long time, and I've been happy to know you for a long time in the APA. And we'll have to talk sometime about our brothers and how they influenced our pool playing. My brother was really a huge shark. He loves to shark me.
They created me. That's all I can say.
Yeah, totally. Okay, Keith, how about you?
My name is Keith Zeek. Been an APA player for a little over a decade. I'm a forever four.
They're very valuable.
Proud to be that.
Yeah.
Been bartending here at the Break Room for 13 years. I got 20 years behind the pine, as we call it in the bar world. And just happy to be here and happy to start this new journey with Brandy and see how we can take this thing to the next level.
Love it. All right. Well, that's a great segue into maybe where did this inspiration come from? I know for myself, when I saw it on Facebook, I was like, wait, whoa, Brandy's buying the Break Room? This is amazing. So how did this all start?
We are super excited. I kind of caught wind of that this was going to happen. And then I touched it a couple months later, and then I found out that Keith was interested in it, and I just immediately contacted Keith, and I'm like, hey, buddy, let's do this. And he's just like, hells yeah, let's do it.
Nice. Nice. Keith, how about you? How long had you been thinking about doing something like this?
I've been in the bar industry for 20 years, and I've always known I've always wanted my own spot, and call it what you want, the stars aligning and timing or whatever. When I got wind that this place was going to be on the market, we started thinking about it, and I got to give a shout out to the owners that are getting rid of it, Rob, Troy, Steve, Kathy. They could have let this thing go to somebody else and could have turned it into a restaurant or whatever they wanted to do. They liked the idea of keeping it in the family, and the more and more I sat back and thought about it, it kind of kept me up at night thinking about this place shutting down and not being what it is to everybody in the community around here. And then, light bulb went off. Now's the time. For everybody that doesn't know, Brandy and I, she was one of my first captains over a decade ago. Her husband and I have been good buddies for a long time. We're both Angel Rams fans. Go Rams. We've been out to spring training, so the love between us, our families go back a long way, so it kind of just made sense. Once we started talking, we said, let's figure out a way to make this happen and keep this place alive for the community.
Yeah, I love that. And I know the first time I came here, it was Victor's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Victor's.
Yeah. So this place has been really a staple in the APA fleet of pool bars. So really happy. I didn't even know that it might have disappeared. So that's really amazing.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Victor's, it's been around how long, Keith?
Since the 60s.
Wow.
Since the 60s. Well, we're cleaning out the office, and we come across a couple matchbooks that were old.
They don't even make matchbooks anymore.
No.
So we came across those and some stickers and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, those are gems right there. So my grandfather back in the 60s, 70s, he used to be here to come visit, and that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Maybe you should set up a little museum, like show box or something, like
Right.
those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. What are some of your hopes and dreams for the Break Room? Like, are you going to keep it mostly the same, or are you going to change some things up?
We want to keep it simple. We want to make sure that the staff is completely the same. the atmosphere and then the vibes, that's completely the same. However, we're going to make some adjustments, some lighting and some fixtures and back patio and some just really good stuff to kind of give it a little bit of, make it pop.
Yeah. You know what would be cool, especially since we're just doing audio, so people can't see what we see right now. Maybe, Keith, you could start by kind of giving us a little bit of a description of the room we're in, because some of the people listening might not have been here before.
This place has a lot of good qualities about it. The family feel is something that was important to us that we want to maintain in this place. We want everybody to feel comfortable. This is a place where you could come multiple nights a week and you're happy to be here and the staff's happy to have you. We got 6 tables, plenty of seating. We're just looking to keep everything that was going good about this place in the right direction, and then the things that could use a little bit of touch up and a little bit of fresh eyes, and that's the kind of direction we're going to go in. The biggest thing about this was the community aspect. You're seeing the same people, and it's a good place to be, and that's the stuff we want to keep alive.
Yeah.
So look for some good stuff coming down the road, but don't expect anything crazy and drastic, but it'll be good stuff.
Nice. Yeah, I think what stands out to me about this place versus some of the other pool rooms that we play in is sort of it's surrounded by mirrors. And I really like that because you can see what's happening on other tables, even if you're not on that table, and you feel really kind of surrounded by the game of pool. It may make it a little noisier than some of the other places. I know on ladies' night when the girls start having their shots, it can get a little loud in here, but that's part of its charm, right? And the whole rack full of pool cues is really a testament to how welcoming it is to people who maybe aren't coming in with their own cues. There is always a steady stream of players in here. Aaron and I were just talking about how we were surprised. This place is full at 4 p.m. on a Monday, and that's really amazing.
So our league operators for APA is Scott and Liza. And they're fairly new in the last maybe 4 years with us. And we have like full support from them. We had a conversation with Scott a couple weekends ago at the Team Captains Championship qualifier. And Scott had said, hey, which home location has the most teams? And Liza had named someone, and he's like, nope, it's the break room.
Wow.
And just hearing that with our 6 tables and having all these in-house and traveling teams and then masters and doubles on the weekends. It's crazy. Oh, and the ladies, 2 divisions that we have here every other Friday, and we have them on both Fridays. That's just craziness. The atmosphere with the ladies on Fridays, it just gives it a sisterhood, and there's just no drama.
Yeah.
And we just really appreciate all the players and teams.
Yeah, for sure. So speaking of the sisterhood and the community at large, what are you looking for from the community to sort of contribute or participate in some of the things you have coming up?
The community can really support us is come in, play pool, and just have a good time. Keep the vibe going. Support the bars. Support the establishment. We believe in keeping a clean, safe environment and to have a family atmosphere, a family camaraderie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I think Brandy said that pretty well. We like to look at ourselves as a family around here. We look out for each other. I think that something that everybody could be supportive of is all the new players that walk in here, all the people that are not in APA yet that are intrigued. It's fun to watch them come in and don't get intimidated when an APA member is welcoming to somebody who don't know the rules, they don't know what's going on, but they're intrigued to see so many people with their own sticks. And then when they learn that not everybody's a professional, it's more exciting for them. So that's the kind of stuff we try to touch on. We want everybody to feel welcome here, regardless if you're in the league or you're not in the league, you're a 6, you're a 7, you're a 2, you're just somebody coming in to hang out and have a beer. That's the kind of stuff that we like. So that's what we're going to try to push.
Yeah, for sure.
I know 2 players that actually play APA now. When they first started coming here, they were like, wow, look at all these players. They're looking at all these tables. Wow, I love the vibe. So they would sit in the corner, and I just had this conversation with one of them. And he's like, yeah, I sat in the corner for like 2 months, just kind of like if there was time on the table, I'd go to the table and maybe someone would challenge me and I'd go challenge. And then finally, I started playing APA. And that's what it's all about. We have so many new people, patrons that come in that don't play in any organizations. And then next thing you know, they just want to play. They want to partake. And it's because of the welcoming players that are already existing here. So it makes it easier for them.
Yeah. For sure. And you know what I love about this game and the leagues and the environment and the spirit and the vibes, as you said, is that we can be very competitive and maybe even in the moment look a little stone-faced like, I'm here. I know you and I have played each other and you've kicked my butt plenty of times. When it can feel kind of serious, but at the end of the day, we're friends, we get along. There's this spirit of like, oh, I'm so happy that, Brandy's, are you 7 yet now?
Oh, not an 8 ball. I'm a 7 and 9 ball,
Yeah,
but not
yeah.
an 8. I'm a 6 and 8 ball.
We get so excited to see our friends, and it feels like a family, do well and do better and get better. And it's just like this lifelong journey, I think.
Yeah, playing against anyone, whether it's a man or a woman, you want to do well. You want to play well. And yes, and that's the competitiveness that we have in us. Man, when you're at the table and you're not playing well, and at the end and you get smoked,
Yeah.
let's say, all you can say is like, okay, good game. You played well.
Yeah.
Give me 5 minutes.
Yes.
Just give me 5 minutes to go cool off.
Yes. We all get back on the horse. Yeah, for sure. Actually, that leads me to one question I had. I was thinking, now that you have a pool room in your possession, are you thinking that you're going to play more and you're going to start getting even more serious about your game, or you, Keith, as well?
Well, with myself, if I'm here, I'm going to play.
Yes.
But, break room comes first, no matter what. And I have noticed that in the last week that we've taken over, my game has declined a little bit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But at the same time, I'm seeing people and they're coming in to either congratulate us or what have you. But so my playing
Maybe for the last.
Yeah, we'll get there. But right now, and as always, the break room comes first.
Yeah. Nice. How about you, Keith? You're going
For everybody out
to
there
be a
listening,
5?
Yeah, for everybody out there listening, don't let Brandy talk to you like that. She'll put it down on the table.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, obviously the playing will be more and more now that we're going to be more hours in here and stuff. I don't know if I'll ever be anything but a forever 4, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just excited to keep going, and I think we're eventually going to try to get a bar team out of here. I don't know what night, but we want to get the bartenders and, maybe the owners all on one team together. So
Nice.
we'll kind of let you guys know when that happens. It'll be a fun one.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing I wanted to ask you about is the BCA, Josh Watson bringing in the BCA teams on Saturdays and Sundays. That has been a huge boon, I think, to your traffic on Saturdays and Sundays.
We love them. BCA has been such a great contribution to the business, and the bartenders are just so grateful. We're grateful, and there's just great people. I've always loved playing BCA. However, BCA has never really been big in San Diego.
Yeah.
But now Josh is not taking over, but complementing the other. So with Josh doing what he's doing, we just appreciate his business.
Yeah, it's making it
And
a lot
his
more
support.
accessible to the lower skill levels, I think.
Yeah, Josh is a good ambassador to the game from somebody who is not nearly as good. Watching how he is with other people, we've got a lot of respect for him. So the BCA guys are always welcome in here. Josh, shout out to you, buddy. You're doing good stuff.
Yeah. So humble. How about any upcoming events that you want to advertise, promote, maybe over the summer?
So actually, I was talking to Josh about a week ago, and I suggested, hey, Josh, what do you think about having kind of like a 2:00 league coming out of here on Mondays or Fridays? And he's game, so he's willing to do this. So we're going to kind of throw a poll out there to see who's willing to, who wants to play in a new division for BCA on early Fridays and Mondays.
Yeah, nice. How about tournaments? Did I notice some nightly tournaments?
Well, so this week is the second week of playoffs. So on Tuesday and Wednesday, we're only going to have one table available. So
Yeah.
why not utilize the other 5 tables and throw a tournament? So Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to have 8-ball singles, and it's going to be a race to win on both sides. Just a $10 buy-in, and it's going to be kind of like a walk-in only.
Yeah.
And let's see what happens. The players want to play.
Yeah, it's so good for your game to play under those with high stakes.
Absolutely. And this Saturday, since BCA is going to take a break, we are going to hold a 9-ball race to 2 on both sides and bring people in. Again, they want to play, and we've got the tables available.
Outside of the weekly stuff we're doing, we are going to be doing a relaunch of the break room. The name is not changing. There's too many good times and good vibes for that to
It's a great
change. I feel like Brandy and I both feel like we help with the sweat equity of this place through the years. But we will be doing a relaunch, kick off the party shindig. It's probably going to be a whole weekend thing. We'll have
Nice.
something going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Nice.
We haven't quite nailed down the dates yet. We're kind of writing the ship as we gotten in here. But it'll be late May, early June, so we'll keep you guys all posted, and you can give us a follow on the Break Room Facebook page. We'll be
Nice.
putting all that good stuff out there for you guys.
Great. Well, thank you, Brandy and Keith, so much for giving us your time and telling us the story of this amazing purchase. Very excited for you and looking forward to participating in these events and being part of this community.
Sue, Aaron, we really appreciate you asking us. I mean, we're honored to be even just thought of. to be interviewed. And so we want to support you. It's all about networking and supporting each other. We want everyone to grow as a player, as anything they want to do, entrepreneur.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks guys for coming on. We really do appreciate it, and I like what you guys are doing, so we'll be listening for sure.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Cheers, everyone.
That wraps up another episode. A big thank you to our guest for joining us today and sharing their story. If you want to connect with our guest, their contact info can be found in the show notes for this episode. Also, please show your support by liking and subscribing.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Lucky Breaks podcast. You can find more episodes at youtube.com/@luckybreaks-podcast or by searching for Lucky Breaks on your favorite podcast player. This episode was produced by Sue Leader and Aaron Schulman. Thank you for your support. Sign up to be a guest on a future episode from our YouTube channel page.